Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Look what had just come by FedEx today. I'm so excited. I wish it would have came a few days earlier. This is a quilt I'm working on, and I had to cut out 448 2.5-inch squares. Oh my gosh. So y'all will see that quilt when it's finished. But this just came in the mail, so I'm going to take it out of the box and show you what I just got. Okay guys, I have everything out of the box and out of the plastic, so I'm going to quickly run through everything and then show you a sample cut so you can see, how easy it is to operate and how good the cuts are. So in my bundle came this 10-inch by 24-inch cutting mat, and this cutting mat works with my strip cutter. And this makes three 2.5-inch strip cutters, so that is good, especially if you like. You can make jelly rolls with this, and you can also make mini charm squares, which are 2.5-inch, because you can also subcut the strips into 2.5-inch blocks. And I can also cut parallelograms or diamonds, because it gives me the guideline for a 60 degree, a 45 degree, a 30 or a 90 degree angled cuts if I wanted to do it. So that's really nice. This is the strip cutter. And also with each die that you buy, whether it's in a bundle or you buy out of the store, it comes with a pattern. This one came with a pattern. Let me just show you what the front of it looks like, how the front looks. And this is the pattern that came with it. It's on the back, and it's just for a simple strip quilt. The pattern that they give you can be done with the die that you purchase. So I received this, and it came with this book. Now this book is compatible whether you have the 6, 8, 9 or the 12-inch mix and match block set, and mine came with the 8-inch block set. So I'm going to just open it up, and I'll kind of flip through and show you some of the block patterns that they have in this book. The page is filled with nothing but block patterns and quilt designs and everything. So it's really nice. And what I like about this book, for instance, they will show you the finished block pattern, how it looks. And then to the left, they break it down and let you know which die cutters you would need. So for this pattern, I would need die number 4 and die number 5. And it'll also let you know what type of fabric you need. I would need a light fabric, 2 medium fabrics, and a dark color fabric. And then it gives you the instruction down here, so you'll know out of the fabric that you have which die you need and how many you need to cut and how big your piece of fabric needs to be. So I really like that. It does that for every pattern. It's laid out the same. And then here we have this sample quilt. Cute. It's another one. So I really like that. A lot of patterns in this book. Lot. The whole book is just filled with patterns. So that's very nice. It came with that. Some more patterns there. It also came with this bag, and this bag is a pattern and idea book, so there are more patterns in there. And this right here is a die pick that I could use if a piece of fabric might get stuck inside, in between the crease of where the cutter is. I can scoop it out and get it all, get it off without trying to dig in my finger and cut my fingers all up. So I'm trying to do this one-handed. So it came with this book that has 2 additional patterns. So this one, a pencil me in, it's a wall hanging quilt. That's really nice. That's cute. And it also has this one, Hugs and Kisses baby quilts. So that is nice as well. Also in this pack It's just some information, instructions, and tips on how to use your machine, how to load the fabric in. They also give you this guide chart depending on the type of material you're using, the maximum number of layers that will fit through your cutter. So they have cotton if you have fusible webbing on it, batiks, fleece, flannel, denim, leather, wool. If I'm cutting batting, felt, silk. So it'll tell you how many layers of each particular material that you're using, how many layers you can cut with your machine. And then it also just has this registration card if you want to register so I can register my Accuquilt. So it came with that. And then lastly, it came with this 8-inch mix and match cube. I should probably just leave it back there so you can see. Move this out of the way. Move you over there. Now this cube, it came with 8 dies, and it shows you on the side the 8 dies. So it came with 8 dies. Each die has a pattern with it, as well as the cutting mat for the die, and a little instructional DVD, and another quilt pattern there. And it's telling me that with these 8 dies, I should be able to make these 72 different block designs. So if you're fresh out of ideas as far as different blocks that you can use or make for a quilt, you have a little inspiration there. So let me take this off. Sorry, I keep getting so close. Okay. So this first one comes with 1, 2, 3, 4 dies. This is die number 1, and it's a 4.5-inch square. Now all of your dies come with the seam allowance already included. So this is the pattern that comes with the die, and this is the die cut itself. You can see it's two-toned. So I see already where the blades are. So when I have my piece of fabric, as long as the area that's shaded in the black for this die is covered, then I know that it will cut out my shape evenly and accurately. So that's one. I also received, this is die number 2 with the pattern. And now this one is a 2.5-inch square die. And if you can see, it'll cut 4 2.5-inch squares at one time. So that's really nice. I've got that one that came with it. Die number 3. This is my half square triangle die. Let me hold this one up. And it'll cut 2 triangles, and when sewn together you'll have a 4-inch finished square. So this is die number 3. And also here on the bottom it gives you the same information. It tells you what the shape is, half square triangle, and what the finished piece will measure. So I got a 4-inch finished half square triangle. And then this is die number 4. This is a 4-inch finished quarter square triangle, and you see there the 4 triangles. And with these dies, you see on the triangle how the ends is cut out. It's not a complete square. That's because they've already taken out the dog ears on the cut. So all you do is cut it out, sew it up, and there'll be no dog ears to clip. So that's really good. That's die number 4. Then we have the other box. This has dies number 5, 6, 7, and 8. So here we go with die number 5. Sorry for the lighting. Now this is a 2-inch finish half square triangle. Again, just like the others, the dog ears are already clipped off of your cuts. Die number 6. This is the square on point die. Here we go. And this is 2 3/4 finished square. So when it's sewed up, it'll be 2 3/4. But this square is itself is 3 1/4 because again, it already includes your seam allowance. Now with the square on point, it'll make this center square the white one. How the white one looks like a diamond inside of a square. That's what this cut will make. It'll make the square that is to be used like this when you sew it up to make like a diamond in the square block. Pattern piece number 7. Die number 7. Now this is the 45-degree parallelogram. So there you have that one there. And then the last die in the set is this one. And this one makes a rectangle shape. The finished shape is a 2-inch by 4-inch rectangle. And you get 2 cuts on each die. So those are the 8 dies that come in this set. Now I know they have like a companion set that goes with this one that gives you other shapes. I'm not sure how many though. I'll have to look that up. I'll leave a notation to let you know how many shapes come in the companion pack. And then it also came with this smaller box. Now this one gives you a startup CD, so it's getting started with using your Accuquilt Go. This is the cutting mat. It is a 6x6 cutting mat, and that can be used with all the dies in my set. And then it also comes with this little booklet that has more patterns. Let me flip through and show you some of them. So if nothing else, they give you a lot of patterns. It's a little small booklet. And that's that. So that is everything that came in my bundle. I wish they would have given us a 5-inch square. So because I already have the 2.5-inch square, so I can make mini charms. I have the 2.5-inch strip, so I can make my own jelly rolls if I wanted. And the square that they gave us was for a 4.5-inch instead of a 5-inch. And they also gave me half square triangle and quarter square triangles. So if it would have had a 5-inch square, that'd have been really, really great. But they do have one on their site, so I just have to order that separately. And then this is the Accuquilt Go. When I first took it out the box, it came with it was inside of this green bag, like a duster bag, so you can always put it back in the bag if you need to like store it up on a shelf or somewhere, and it's not going to be out, you know, in its own designated place permanently. So I'm going to open it up. So this is how it looks opened up, and it doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed, anyone can use it. So I'm just going to try to set my camera up. Okay, I'm going to use die number 3, the half square triangle. Let me just grab a piece of scrap fabric. Alright, so I'm going to fold it over. Okay, so I just grabbed a piece of scrap fabric that was big enough to cover the square. As you can see there, and make sure that it covered up all of the dark area. And the excess, I just folded it up in the back. Alright, so I just place on my, what is this thing called? My mat. Slide it up. And then I just start turning. Once it catches on, you can let go. And it's really easy. Not much resistance at all. Okay, that's it. So then, slide off my mat. And then I have 4 half square triangles. 4 pieces. And guys, oh my gosh, I don't know if y'all can see this, but the cut is so precise. There are no loose or strings, odd strings. This is a nice precise cut. Really nice. It was easy to turn the handle. It wasn't hard at all. So I hope y'all saw that. So that's how you use the cutter. And that is everything that came in my little set. Comment down below if you have an Accuquilt, either the Go, the Baby, the Studio, or the Go Big. And you know how you like it. Do you use it a lot? Is it just collecting dust on your shelf? So comment down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.